What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, what a crazy day in the market. Apple actually did have a good earnings, but we did not break out on the triple Q chart. So what does that mean? Let's go over it. And by the way, guys, we are posting plays this week. We're going to start tomorrow on Friday. Guys, we are hitting gains left and right if you want to come in and join the Discord. The gains literally pay for membership. If you want to come in and talk to me personally, I help with every single trade and tell you when to buy and sell, not financial advice. And if you are struggling in your own trades, come in. I'll break it down for you and tell you 3 ways on how to get out, or if you need help on, what to deciding on what to do. But check this out on the triple Q chart. So today on the triple Q chart, we actually did push to the 50 moving average late at night. It's around 4:30 on the triple QE or triple Q right now. So right now we are not breaking out of this channel. So this channel right here is not being broken. So what's probably going to happen is there's going to be 2 outcomes on this right here. Now we came up to the 50 moving average and we're probably going to reject and come back down to around 423 and then maybe break through or not. We're either going to bounce right here and come and break out and do a double top, something like this, where it's just going to buy more time and then probably break, or it's probably just going to give out and probably do something like this, where it's probably just going to pretty much just be a bear market. Now the thing is, what I've noticed in the past bear market, and the reason why I'm saying bear market, because you never know what's going to happen right here in the market. Something is going to happen. We're going to break this channel. It's either going to turn into a bear market, or it's going to do something where it's probably going to come down, probably buy time, and then come back up, and then probably do something like this. Now, if we do that, it's not going to be hard to predict at all. Like, it's really easy. There's like it's really easy, honestly. Like if you've been around for a bull market and a bear market, they act the same. They've always acted the same. Even the bull markets, they act the same. Now, when you have like 11 years of trading under like your belt, like I do, it's literally a repeat every single time. Every single top, every single drop, we do the exact same thing. Now, when this breaks right here in the triple Qs, what that's going to do is it's going to break in the Mega 7. The Mega 7 will break their channels, and we will come down to the lower levels right here and test these lows again. And what's probably going to push us down there is inflation. Tomorrow the job numbers come out, and if the job numbers are bad, or good, it's probably going to decide the fate of the triple Qs. Now, right now it's around 430, and around 430 is at the top of its channel right here. So really it's going to come down to the job numbers now, and whatever the job numbers does, if we push past 431 and we hold, then it's going to build a top like this and buy more time. Now, if it doesn't and it does drop, we will eventually break this and we will come down and test this kind of low of around 410, 405 in the triple Qs. So it's really up in the air right now. I'm not really placing any trades right now. I might place one. It really depends, tomorrow on the Discord. It really depends on the job numbers and what the charts look like and the Mega 7. But I just wanted to go over that just to break it down a little bit. Now, if we do break on the triple Qs, if we do break around 423, we will come down to the lower levels of 405. Now, on the NAS, we are at the top of its channel also right here. Now, we are facing resistance around 17,700, around 17,800. If this does reject, 17,400 is going to be your thing. But just remember, guys, the indexes are in a jam. They can't just do this forever where they're just going to stay and keep on getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. No, it's not going to play like that. It's going to pick a side. It's either going to drop or it's either going to push really hard. We don't know yet. Now, if we do break out, we do need a breakout of around 17,850, and if that holds, then yes, we can push. Now on the sp500, now if we do break on the triple Qs and on the NAS, if we do break that support, then when the sp500 and SPY finds support on their charts, so like down here, That's when we're going to find support on the triple Qs. And then down here is around 375 on the triple Qs. So it's really going to come down to sp500. And if you want to learn this, you want to learn how to understand the market as a whole, come in the Discord. The link is in the description or in the comments of the video. When you are a trader or even new traders, you have to understand the market as a whole. No other YouTuber is going to break it down like this. They're just going to go over one index or go over, a MACD indicator. You cannot trade like that. There's a reason why I don't do MACDs. Really, I do it very rarely, and I don't talk about indicators. I talk about moving averages, like the moving averages. That's the 50 moving average and the 20 moving average. The 20 moving average can also hold us down. So it's really going to come down to if we break the 20 moving average and the 50 moving average to even push past this. And that's the exact same thing on the triple Qs. On the triple Qs, we are below the 20 moving average right now. And to push past that, we have to break through the 20 and 50 moving average. And that's going to be extremely hard. So right now, the bears are winning the case. Now, if we do continue to drop, really you need to pay attention to the triple Qs. If they do break 423, then watch out. SPY and the sp500 will take control when they drop. If we do drop on SPY, you really do need to look at around 486. And then if we go to support, then you need to look at around 470. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on the indicators. So just be very careful. Now on DXY did break out of its channel today, and it did break below the 20 moving average. So just throwing that out there. Now this can turn as a false breakout, and this can pump right back up. So just because it broke its channel, that does not mean anything. It can just be a false breakout just like that. Now on the 10-year yield, the 10-year yield is sitting on the 20 moving average also. It is holding it and it's keeping it alive. Now, if we do push, you are looking at around 4.7% on the 10-year yield. And if that pushes, that is definitely going to crack the indexes. So just wanted to go over that a little bit more. On the crude oil is not finding support. It is really just consolidating right now. So I would not play with any oil stocks right now. Now, if this does continue to drop, there's nothing holding up crude oil. And if the market goes up, crude oil goes down. If the market goes down, crude oil goes up. Now, it's not down to the 1 minute time frame, but you kind of get the concept. So just wanted to go over that and give you a heads up on that. Now on Meta is pretty much fighting for its life right now. So on Meta, we are right below this old support right here. This is coming as a resistance, and this can actually push Meta to break its main support of around 430. If we do break 430, watch out. There's nothing holding up Meta. And if it does break 430, you will see this drop very, very hard. There's nothing holding it up if it breaks 430. On AMD is pretty much fighting for its life. It is on support right now. And if the triple Qs drop any more, you're going to see AMD break. You're going to see Meta break. Guys, the bears are taking control and they're doing it behind the scenes. There's a reason why I go over the Mega 7 stocks and I go over every index. If you're watching a YouTuber and they're not going over every index and every Mega 7 stock, don't watch them, because you cannot get a real reading on the market if you are not doing the full layout. There's a reason why I do this. Even when people join the Discord, I break it down for them so they understand. Because if they don't do it this way, you're never going to learn the true way to trade. So on AMD, if we do break around 140, there's nothing holding up AMD. And that's the exact same thing with Meta. So you got two stocks fighting for its life right now. Now on Tesla is coming back down to the support of around the 50 moving average. If we do break below the 50 and 20 moving average, it will go back down to around 139. And that will actually help the Meta and AMD break their support and the triple Qs. Now on Amazon, there is one thing I do want to talk about. Amazon is this old support right here in this channel right here is coming as a resistance. So let's actually pull it up. Now it did break it the other day. I think it was actually today. We actually did come back into the channel. So this channel can either hold it up, especially the 50 and the 20 moving average can hold it up. But if we do break the 20 and 50 moving average, if we do get below around 178, there's nothing holding up Amazon. So just be very careful with Amazon if you are trading that. Just remember, everything moves together. Now on Apple, Apple actually did have a good earnings and it did push after hours. So let me pull up the chart real quick for that. So Apple actually did push to, I think, 183 or something like that. So like right here. So it did push right here. Now here's the thing. That push from here to here was about $3 in the triple Qs. So if Apple decides to drop and go back down to this right here, which will come as a support, that's going to be about $3 in the triple Qs. So if the triple Qs decides to drop from 430 down to, say, I don't know, like 422, then that Apple decides to drop to its support, that's going to break the triple Qs. It's going to help it. So pay attention to Apple. It's going to be very important. On Microsoft also, there is nothing holding up Microsoft pretty much. The only thing holding up Microsoft is this support right here. And you have Meta, you have AMD, you have Microsoft on support right now. If they break this channel, guys, it's going to be a bloodbath. You need to understand that, especially to the people that are just, bulls. You need to grasp this. I'm not saying we're going to have a stock market crash. I'm not saying we're going to crash tomorrow, but you need to understand the realism of how bad it can get very fast. Now, if Microsoft does break around 392, if it does break that, then it's going to break this channel. Now on Google is pretty much just fighting to stay alive on the top of this channel right here. So it is sitting on the top of its channel of around 165. If it does break 165, I would say if it breaks to around 162, then your next stop is going to be around 146, and that will actually help the triple Qs to break. So just be very careful, guys. And then on nvda is just consolidating. It's not really doing much. Now, if the triple Qs does drop to around, support of around 423, you will probably see nvda probably go back to around 790. Now, if the triple Qs does drop to around 405, you will see it break its channel and it will push to around 650. So just be very careful. There's a lot of things going on in the market, and I just don't really want to see anyone get trapped. Now, there really isn't any update on calls and puts. It's really just, being even pretty much, which is kind of good for the bulls and bears. Really, you need to just pay attention to that. So just wanted to give you a quick update. And then also on crypto, Bitcoin found support. Now, the only way that Bitcoin is going to drop and break this level of around 56,000, if it breaks that, it's going to come down to the triple Qs. So if the triple Qs does break around 421 or whatever, you will see Bitcoin crack and drop. But what about halving? Guys, halving didn't pump Bitcoin last time. The last time Bitcoin pumped this right here, when everybody's like, oh, halving pumped it, that was the stock market. If you don't understand, just overlap it. No other YouTuber is going to tell you this. Look, here's the triple Qs. Here's Bitcoin. Oh my goodness, mind blown. That's why you sub to the channel. That's why you get real information from this. No other YouTuber is going to break it down like this. Let's get some money.